on the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Tennessee Volunteers. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with Tennessee's head coach before the game. This will be a great test, a separator, the first conference game of the year with two teams that are undefeated. He knows that whoever wins this game will have a leg up in the standings, and more importantly, set the tone for the conference season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And Longhorns ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Matthews. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learned a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Bishop. And he's knocked down. There's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Got his man. Still in his. Makes the grab in their space. Attack. Touchdown Volunteer. This crowd absolutely loving as he rolls into the end zone. Well, that couldn't have gone any better.
It's so great for an offense to come out right out of the gate and score a touchdown on your opening drive. It just helps the offense establish that rhythm that is so important. It'll be interesting now to see how this offense does the remainder of this contest.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They kept that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score.
It's so important. It'll be interesting now to see how this offense does. It's so great for an offense to come
And
out
he'll
right
just
at it.
take it into this drive. We'll start at the 25. Looking to fire. Throwing right. it really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. You get to Atlanta down the road, bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Arch is going to throw for it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game. So far, they've taken him away.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Manning from the gun on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, giving a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Longhorns will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls. You know exactly when that guy's going to play. You know he's a star. You're going to see him, especially when he's throwing that situation.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections. He's brought down and stopped right at the 50-yard line. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. This is kind of the people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
Lost a throw on first down. That's caught. It's Davis. And that defense is here to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing in the tight end position. He can work in the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Davis. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Pressure coming. Complete to the left. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
And And it's nice to see your QB come out and really establish himself and get in the rhythm early. He had a passing touchdown on the first drive already. Now putting another drive together. He's comfortable. He's got time in the pocket. So far, he really looks like he might be the real deal.
Looking downfield on first down. Hard in the backfield. It's Matthews. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
So now it's second and long. Run inside. It's Bishop. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on third down from their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. Touchdown ball! Nice pass and good work afterwards to get it in the end zone.
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because here he has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive for the 25. Manning with a play fake. Going for it all. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this...
Snagged it, and there's running room. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. But the better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Zings it complete to the right. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers.
You know, God bless Texas because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities, I expect Texas to be able to run the football. And Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, they want to come play with Arch Manning, to be honest. They know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about. The ball, throwing it downfield, so a lot of soft boxes to run into. There's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance because of the...
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
And that hurts missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Right down the gut of the field. At the 20. Touchdown, Tennessee. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. The defense has been outstanding. You've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
That one bounced through the end zone and it'll be a touchback. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Gotta start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Throwing Manning. And the pressure was too much. They get it up to 15.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
They've got the screen set up. They'll stop him short of the first down, and the screen didn't quite convert.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
That is a cannon shot, and it's headed out of bounds. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. And that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big one for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed they're not going to get right back to it. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in the stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. The Volunteers will send out the punt unit. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Hit and run down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Here's Arts to throw. Got a man. It's Wingo. Great job on the containment end of the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch right away. You're not giving up any gap. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
Art's going to spin it again. He makes the grab. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive. And maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
To the air, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Complete left side, Coleman. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Manning on play action. Here's a heat. Slings it downfield. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one of those as a quarterback. You're out on the perimeter of the field. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. You think you can fit it in there, but man, you've got a lot of speed. Next time you're in that position, you might just decide to take off because you might just go score.
Got it. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. That's exactly where the quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people. The defense right now, they have no idea who's getting it next.
The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Steps away to find some room. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Touchdown, Texas! Into the end zone for 6.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
No shot to return that one as he moved it out of the back of the end zone. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down. The second down's coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
The Vols will now use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Rushes on him. Stands in, takes the hit. Upstairs to make the catch. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Vols racing to the line in a hurry up. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
We're here in the final minute of the first half.
Hey, passing.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks. Here we connect on first down, now back to the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Downfield, very enough to fire downfield. And the explosive gainer gets to the side line for the first 2 goals.
And you just couldn't see him go out like that, right? They've been handing the football in the big plays like that. They're going to need to now play some sense of urgency. They're not going to give up any points here before the
Stands in, takes the hit. Upstairs to make the Stands in, takes the hit. Takes the hit. In the first half, they're going to have to be efficient with the points on the board before the break. He's looking to throw. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Touchdown, Volunteer! Put 6 on the board.
And what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to it, and creating more momentum going into the half.
Touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Vols racing to the line in a hurry up. Looking to pass inside the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. He really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
Hey, passing.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks. Here we connect on first down, now back to the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Downfield, very enough to fire downfield. And the explosive gainer gets to the center line.
And you just couldn't see him go out like that, right? They've been handing the football in the big plays like that. They're going to need to play some sense of urgency. They're not going to give up any points here before the
We played 2 quarters here.
It seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here.
back to the line of scrimmage, just second and goal.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourself. Listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Trying to march it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They march 72 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Arch is going to throw for it. Going downfield for the big play. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Touchdown Longhorns! Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone.
Well, that was a huge touchdown for the offense there, just to try to get some mojo going here at halftime. It had been tough sledding here in the first half. Only a field goal before they finally got in the end zone. So obviously still a lot of work to do. You're still trailing on the scoreboard. That's going to do a lot for their confidence, I think, before heading into the second half.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. No tricks here. It looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in week 4. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the number 11 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the Gators with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. Make it 2 in a row for that ball club after they started the season 1-1. Here now some other games you may have interest in.